Hello there, race fans, and welcome to the HARC Secret Santa exhibition race here on the streets of Wisconsin. This is a very special event, folks. These 7 drivers participated in a Secret Santa paint scheme contest. The idea was that they would each paint a scheme for each other. Their names were randomized, and then after they were painted, they'd put the schemes on some cars, race them out on the streets of Wisconsin here in the winter. The snow is coming down, but the roads are clear enough to drive. We also have the threaded tires just in case things get a little slippery on the road, but shouldn't be too bad. The sun's been shining. We haven't had much snowfall since it all came down earlier today. But 7 drivers competing for 7 laps. We're going to see which scheme will go to victory lane. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. On pole is Brandon Krasta in the number 63 machine. He's in a car painted by Tyler Thaber. To his outside, it is Tyler Thaber in the number 900. That car was painted by Jeffrey Finguy. John Cittadino's in the 72. That was painted by Joshua Michaels. And lo and behold, Joshua Michaels to his outside. He's in a car that was painted by Sean Angel. Sean Angel's in the row right behind him in the 94. That car was painted by Joseph Anesto. The 92 of Jeffrey Finguy, that was painted by Brandon Krasta. Rounding out the field, Joseph Anesto in the 62 machine, the TN Designs car. That car was painted by John Cittadino. Pace car still leading them on this opening pace lap. Brandon Krasta, despite getting the pole, he's going to go with the outside line. Seems like the first corner is a left-hander, so that's why that is the preferred line on the racetrack. But we are getting close to the end of this pace lap, and we will see some green flag racing very shortly. Police on the side of the racetrack guarding it. This road blocked off for this event. Should be a quick exhibition. Pace car is approaching pit road. Thaber's got that inside line, but the number 63 is the driver who sits on the pole. They inch their way to the start-finish line. And with the pace car going off track, we are ready to begin. Coming to the line, 7 drivers, 7 laps. Who's going to win the HARC Secret Santa Special? Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here in Wisconsin. Drag race down the start. Very, very long front straightaway. A lot of opportunities for drafting on this front straightaway. It looks like Brandon Krasta going to pull out to a little bit of a lead over Thaber. John Cittadino giving him quite the push in the number 72. Thaber not backing down, though. He's starting to get a run. They've got more drivers on the outside line, but Jeffrey Finguy is going to defect to the inside line. Try and get some ground. Side by side through turn number 1. Krasta, Thaber, it's anyone's game. Krasta's got the preferred line on the inside. Coming to this one. Oh, this is a tight corner. Thaber into the wall. He's going to give up some spots, and Brandon Krasta will be out front. And the number 63, Cittadino, trying to hang on to second place. Thaber trying to stay with the front pack. Jeffrey Finguy closing in on them as well. Let's talk a little bit about our race leader, Brandon Krasta, longtime HARC competitor. He's driving a car that is a Chris Trickle tribute scheme. Chris Trickle, the son of Dick Trickle, who disappeared in the past. Krasta driving that scheme today. That scheme, as we mentioned, painted by Tyler Thaber. You know, he's been getting into paint scheme creation. You know, he's been doing a lot of nice schemes. You know, a lot of new stuff. Learning the ropes in paint scheme creation. And I bet Brandon Krasta happy to have that scheme with Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the inside line. I bet these guys wish they were in Las Vegas. It's quite cold up here in Wisconsin, as we've had a lot of negative temperatures as of late. But Krasta pulling ahead of the rest of the field. They are jostling for positions in the back, as Cittadino trying to hang on for that second place spot. Finguy and Thaber, friendly rivals, battling for third place overall. Coming through the final corner, looks like Krasta will lead lap number 1. Now, no points on the line for this event. This is all just for good fun. Taking a look at how fast these cars go down this long straightaway, as we are focused on Jeffrey Finguy, who I want to say is the favorite to win here today. Bit of the hometown hero. He's from Michigan. We're in Wisconsin, their neighboring state. Plus, Jeffrey Finguy has a good relationship with races on snow. He's participated in the Utica Home Track Series Invitational that happens every winter time, and he's won both of them so far. So he's... Oh! Everyone gets a little loose going through that corner. Second through fourth is going to get into the wall. It's about to continue that statement that he's someone to watch out for, but a little bit of damage to that 92. You have to hope that wasn't too bad of a hit. His car, just a nice Christmassy scheme. That number 92, painted by Brandon Crasta. Excellent looking car, very rich reds and greens. And a nice, cool white on the side of that vehicle. Very impressive looking car. Though it looks like Finguy scraped a little bit of that paint off the side of it. Hopefully Crasta won't mind. Well, I don't think Crasta minds. He's out front. He's in the lead. Things have single filed out on lap number 2. As everyone trying to get in line, keep their bearings. Finguy, though, goes on the attack, trying to pass John Cittadino in that greenish blue, number 72. Bit of a draft line to the outside line is going to keep Cittadino in second, but Finguy still running that low line. Joseph Ernesto, not sure who he wants to draft with. The big draft line, or does he want to duck to the inside line? Seems to be kind of riding the middle. Several car lengths between Crasta and the rest of the pack. Side-by-side battle going through these final corners. Finguy trying to edge him out on the inside line. Very unusual start-finish line coming on the exit of that corner. But nonetheless, looks like Cittadino is going to get it. Finguy is going to drop behind. It looks like Joseph Ernesto is going to take advantage of the situation. He somehow got by the 900. Great performance by him. See a big train of cars. There's the number 72 of John Cittadino, who sits in second place. That car painted by Joshua Michaels. I got the TV repair sponsor on there, and it's hard to see from this angle. It's a very small detail, but it's got kind of that, that television. He hits the wall again in the number 72. But he's got kind of like that television static effect. Well, you can kind of see it sometimes on the camera. Sometimes it messes with our camera because it's a very fine line pattern, and a lot of cameras have a hard time registering that. But that's going to lose him some positions. He drops all the way back to 4th place, John Cittadino. Cittadino, he's running the Winter Invitational. He's done well, but just usually can't get it to stick together by the end of it. However, near the front, interesting battle. Joseph Ernesto is caught. Car number 63 of Brandon Crasta trying to chase him down and go for the pass. Now, that 62 machine painted by John Cittadino. Cittadino has stated that he always loved those TN Designs cars that Joseph Ernesto runs. He always wanted to give a chance to paint one himself. And this was John Cittadino's portrayal of a TN Designs car. Looks pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. Side-by-side battle. Joseph Ernesto. He's got a lot of horsepower under number 62. He's going to drive around the 63. He wants to lead this lap. Jeffrey Finguy trying to help him out in that endeavor. But Brandon Crasta with the inside line is the preferred line. Side-by-side battle. Crasta's got a good car, but I think Ernesto might be a little bit quicker. He's just stuck to the outside lane. Coming to the line, Crasta's going to leave the lap slot in front of car number 62. Near the back, they continue to jostle, but now it's a 4-car battle up near the front, as there's a little bit of separation between Cittadino and Thaber. However, Joseph Ernesto, draft line by Brandon Crasta. He gets left out all by himself, and now Joseph Ernesto's out front. Finguy just slots ahead of the 63, and it looks like Cittadino might smell blood in the water too. He wants to go for that spot. Gotta be careful to this corner, though, because you got that tight turn that you could get into the wall in. It's not a very tight turn. Oh, man, it looks like the 63 of Crasta. This has not been a good lap for Crasta, and he's going to drop all the way back through the field. Might drop all the way back to 6th place if he isn't careful. Ernesto starting to pull away. Finguy trying to keep him in tow. Cittadino and Crasta battling for 3rd. And Crasta managed to keep it up in the running. Joseph Ernesto in the 62 car having a great performance today. That car is pretty fast. Started dead last on the grid. He's already up to 1st. Let's see if he can hang on to this one. Finguy's not going to let him get away with it, though. Very aggressive driver, the number 92. And someone who is great at these style tracks. He's got a lot to prove out there. We head to the back of the pack for Sean Angel, who's been kind of hanging out near the end here. Hasn't really moved up to the front at all. He dropped back to 7th on the first lap and has stayed back there. driving the Tim Hortons car. Sean Angels from the location of the first ever Tim Hortons. Lives right near it, actually. And Joseph Nesto painted that car. Very snazzy looking scheme. One that I personally like. It's got a nice simple pattern, but it looks good out on the racetrack. Angel just hanging in there. I think he's just waiting for his time to strike. Doesn't want to make a move too early. Keep it nice and cool, nice and level. Joshua Michaels also near the tail end of the field in the Dunkin' Donuts machine. Sean Angel painted that car for him. So it looks like Sean Angel and his car that he painted are not doing too well out on the racetrack. Faber making a pass for position as it's single file for the top 3. We are on lap number 5. So time is starting to run out. Angel not really getting much of a draft here. I'm surprised that he's not really able to keep up with these guys. But we've got a 3-wide situation. Looks like it's going to sort itself out, though, as Joshua Michaels try pushing the issue. Back up near the front. There's Jeffrey Finguy. He's got a lot of draft from the 63. He's caught the 62 a little bit. But Joseph Nesto is driving the wheels off that thing. He's going to be difficult to pass. They're going to need to work together, Finguy and Krasta, if they want any hope of passing the number 62. Also, it would be very nice if the 92 were to win because he's driving a very Christmassy scheme. I think he's the only driver on track that does have a Christmas-related scheme. So it would be, thematically appropriate for the season, being the Secret Santa event. Best Secret Santa present of all would be a spot in Victory Lane here today. With Jeffrey Finguy keeping in line, trying to get a little bit of help from Brandon Krasta to try and chase down Joseph Nesto. Near the back, it looks like Joshua Michaels has picked up a spot. He's up to 5th. Tyler Faber really dropping off as we go along, the only triple digit in the field. Faber's car in the back there is just a mashup of catchphrases and offensive statements that he said over the years. Faber, a very colorful character, and Jeffrey Finguy paying tribute to that with his number 900 scheme. And I will say it's a very snazzy-looking car, the number 900, a nice, rich, earthy flame pattern that is quite interesting. Though some of the spectators not 100% sold on the contents of the side of the vehicle, which I won't repeat on this family-friendly broadcast. Lap number 6 of this event. Joseph Nesto is gunning it on the rest of the field. No one has anything for him, and they're a little bit too spread out to really make use of a bump draft. Though Sean Angel is in a bump draft right now and still not making up any ground. Though I think that it might be just him. John Sedino diving down for 3rd place, trying to get it. He's in the proper line for it. Oh, Nesto hit the wall! Big mistake from the number 62. That's going to allow the 92 to perhaps catch up. And not by a lot. I was very surprised. I thought Nesto was going to lose a lot more ground. Sedino up to 3rd place. Trying to hang on to it. He runs wide, though. Here comes the number 63 of Krasta and the number 69 of Michaels to the inside. How about Joshua Michaels? Late going in this race. He's finding himself in a spot to take 3rd. Can he get the Duncan machine to go there? America runs on Duncan. Does Joshua Michaels. Looks like Krasta's going to keep ahead of them. Krasta, a very talented race car driver with a very fast car today. And we've got quite the field near the back here. It's a tough battle. It's not even for the lead. And these 3 are going 3 wide, 2 wide. Near the back, this is a battle for 5th place. Looks like Angel's going to be the first to back out. Side by side, they're switching lanes left and right, trying to get an advantage. Sedino and Michaels side by side. Michaels painted at number 72. He wants to finish ahead of it, though. He'd rather have his car get ahead and finish in the top 5. Looks like he's going to get shuffled out, though, as Tyler Faber is going to make a really good move to the inside line, almost in the snow. He's going to make the pass, get 4th at the end of that lap. Joseph Nesto, very far out on the final lap. It's going to be hard to catch him. It's going to be between him and Finguy. Right now, the battle on track is these 4 drivers battling it out for 4th place. This is an absolute swarm of cars, and there's Sean Angel. We mentioned he might be just saving it to the end. Looks like now he's going to try and make a move on John Sedino to the inside line. Can he get it done? Trying to make the pass. Up near the front. Oh, Krasta hits the wall. Faber hits the wall. And look at that. We've got 4 wide going through the corner. 4 wide, folks, for 4th place on track. Who's going to give? It looks like Joshua Michaels is going to be the first to give. Outside line. Took the longer way around and also didn't want to get squeezed up into the wall. There's still 3 wide. Who is going to get the spot? Who is bold enough to take it? Sean Angel driving to the inside line, trying to get it done. Looks like he might be able to clear Ciudadino. He will. Faber still side by side with him, though. Got a lot of momentum on the outside line. Michael still not out of it, trying to make a pass. Angel's got a bit of a draft on the inside line, but I think Faber is starting to pull ahead. Ciudadino has jumped ship and decided to help the number 900. Faber is going to get the spot. What a battle on the final lap for 4th place. But up near the front, Joseph Ernesto in the 62. Looks like Finn Guy has caught him a little bit, but he might be a little too late. Coming through some of the final corners of this event. Joseph Ernesto started last in the TN Designs number 62. Worked his way up to the front at about the halfway point. Lap number 3 is when he took the race lead. Just after Krasta led the lap. But coming to the line, Joseph Ernesto wins the HARC Secret Santa Special. Wow, what a performance by Joseph Ernesto. He had a strong car all day long, didn't get the luck of the draw when it came to randomized qualifying. But Joseph Ernesto had the car to do it in the end. He will win this race. Jeffrey Finguy just not quite there. But Finguy, a 2nd place in this event is still quite good, considering that his average finish for winter-based events, he's got a first, and a 2nd. So Jeffrey Finguy is excellent when we're in cold weather. I think he's going to maybe petition for HARC to make a stop in Antarctica after this one. Let's take a look at the final results. Joseph Ernesto was your race winner, followed by Jeffrey Finguy in 2nd place. Brandon Krasta was very strong early on, finishes 3rd. Then was Tyler Faber in a great last lap battle, followed by Sean Angel, John Ciudadino, and Joshua Michaels rounding out the field. Well, everybody, thank you for watching this edition of the HARC Secret Santa Special. We hope you all had an excellent holiday season, and we will see you next time. Happy holidays, everybody.